rescued from one California beach alone. And it's not just on the West Coast. Experts say beach rescues are at an all-time high, and there's an unsettling reason why. ABC's Matt Gutman wades into the murky details.
Abalone Cove, California. A teen plunges into the water. There you see him being ragdolled by the monster surfing current. Gary Goldman goes in after him, and almost immediately, the 46-year-old is caught in the current too. Then, as the teen's body goes visibly limp, Golding's buddy, Rob McNulty, taking the plunge. Finally, hoisting that kid to safety, McNulty giving him CPR as ocean rescue choppers arrived.
Rob had said to me, "I think he's dead," and I was like, no, we're not going to give up on this kid.
This daring rescue caught on camera, just one of so many. And it doesn't just seem like the sea is swallowing up more swimmers this year. Rescuers say it is. As supercharged surfs and treacherous rip currents sweep coast to coast. Early morning Sunday at Newport Beach, California, surf was high and Ben Carlson, lifeguard, saw a struggling swimmer. He did what he'd been trained to do and dove in.
Ben was hit by a large wave with the victim, and the victim came up and Ben did not.
Experts like the lifeguard at that beach say that too often swimmers just get too confident.
People have to know their limitations on what they can do in and out of the ocean. The ocean is dynamic. It is not ever the same.
And again, at that perilous Abalone Cove, today, rescuers are still searching for a missing 18-year-old swimmer caught up in a current and swept away.
Just off of instinct, I just jumped in and I tried to save him, but I couldn't carry him on my back. I couldn't swim back.
Here you see this young girl trying to just cross a sliver of channel. It's shallow, but the current sucks her in. And like a cork, she's bashed back and forth again and again, slipping in the grasp of her frantic friend. Even as further rescuer, buffeted by the current. Finally, she makes like a barnacle and clings to a rock, climbing out, exhausted. There was no lifeguard at this near drowning, but every year, 59,000 Americans plus are rescued from our oceans. And this year, say lifeguards and specialists, has been particularly bad. In LA County alone, a 300% increase in rescues. In fact, if you're lucky enough to be grabbed by a lifeguard like Ben, chances are you will survive. And nationwide, only 17 people died in lifeguarded beaches last year.
We want people to be educated. We want people to look and know their abilities and be able to swim safely in the ocean.
And it's not just the sunny California coast, but the Sunshine State, too, that has seen rescues soar.
We'll put towers in between towers if we need to.
And it's not just anecdotal, says Miami-Dade Fire Rescue Chief Robert Mailer.
How much more densely packed have beaches like this been over the past few years because of the economy? I would say we probably have a 10 to 15 to 20% increase in patrons.
Mother Nature has been especially cool this year, he says, unleashing a crushingly cold winter up north and a mild one in Florida and California. And mixing that brew with higher than normal winds.
So it's kind of like a perfect storm. More people and more wind and more rip currents mean more rescues. Exactly. Rip currents are the ocean-going flow of water. It's a stream of water. You can't fight that. The Olympic swimmer can't fight against it.
Last week, as Hurricane Arthur came barreling through, we were there when a drowning call came in to Daytona Beach.
What you guys have? Just wanted a rip. We found someone who just got caught in a riptide.
There on the beach, dozens of people, some even in the surf. But despite the sunshine, that silent killer, rip currents, lurks nearby.
So what we're seeing right there is basically a channel forming, and that's a rip current.
Yeah, that's basically what a rip current is. It's a channel that forms in the sandbar.
Easily carrying even a strong swimmer out to sea. And most often, rip currents are invisible. These 5 girls in Central Florida last week were paddleboarding off Fort Pierce, Florida, and slammed into these rocks.
I couldn't breathe. I was just under the water.
Alex Jungenheimer and her friends scrambling onto this rock jetty. So what do you do in a rip current?
Your instinct is to go right there. For sure. That's exactly what rescuers do. Be sure to do. You gotta swim horizontally to the shore to get out.
And an even easier lesson from Miami's Chief Mailer.
When you go to a lifeguarded beach, you'll find safety flags and safety signage, and ask the lifeguard what all that means.
Your chances of dying strike. So if you do wade out into the waves this weekend, rescuers say, sure, bring your camera.
My GoPro's on too.
But don't forget your common sense. For Nightline, I'm Matt Gutman in Miami.
Up next.